Ravel Morrison has been added to the Reggae Boys squad for the Unity Cup after Steve McClaren crumbles under pressure from the Reggae Boys fans.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
They got Gunnaz podcast.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Dicanio, an Arsenal fan who covers everything Reggae Boys and local football. If you enjoy the content that I do on this channel, please do go ahead and hit that like button. It's a very free way of supporting the channel, and it is very much needed. Also, if you want to join this Gunnaz community, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Another free way of supporting the movement. Remember, every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and hit that like button. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about Steve McClaren and Ravel Morrison specifically because Steve McClaren decided to add Ravel Morrison to the Unity Cup squad. Which is a shocker. A lot of us were calling for Ravel Morrison to be called even before, but we saw that he was not included in the 60-man provisional squad, and he was not included in the Gold Cup provisional squad either, right? So the fact that he was not included in any of those squads, him all of a sudden getting selected into the Unity Cup after pressure from the fans, starting petitions, saying that they're going to boycott games, right? YouTube was making videos about it. There's been a whole lot of noise surrounding Ravel Morrison and his exclusion, and it just seems as though Steve McClaren crumbled under that pressure. No, I saw MG post a video earlier today. I saw 433 Presser post a video today, and I agree with the points that they made. I am someone who definitely wants Ravel in the team, right? But it is very, very weird, and it screams weak that Steve McClaren made a decision, right? And because of pressure from fans, he completely turned on that decision. He definitively spoke about why Ravel Morrison was not included in the national team setup. And just a few days after, he is turning back on those exact same words. No, that is not a good look on Steve McClaren. As a manager, you should be able to stand your ground and get results based on what you believe in. Now, this is not only alarming because he is whimpering or whimpering under pressure from the fans, but it's also alarming because you never know. What if he's getting pressure from the Jamaica Football Federation? What if pressure comes from any other aspect? Is he the one who is going to just crumble under that pressure? It's not a very good look. It is a very good look that Ravel Morrison is in the team, and I'm pretty sure we are all excited about that. But just the fact that it took so little effort to convince him of something that he was so set on. No, that is a big difference as well. He spoke very strongly when asked about Ravel Morrison and why he was not selected. If it was someone else that the fans were calling for and he wasn't aware of that person and he was saying, okay, let me see what everyone is raving about. Let me add him to the squad to see what is happening. But that's the totally opposite. Steve McClaren said he knows Ravel, right? And he said that Ravel at his best is definitely going to be an improvement at this team or for this team. However, the level that he's playing at is not good enough. And he's unsure of his fitness, right? So unless he finds a team and he's playing a more competitive league, then he will not be selected. Those were the words, not verbatim, obviously, but that is basically what Steve McClaren said. So I find it very, very puzzling as to what changed. The only thing that I see that could possibly change his thinking is the pressure from the fans. And that is where it becomes very delicate in Jamaican football because the fans are needed to help push us over the line in this campaign. Anyone who does not believe that, you need to go take up something else, because every team that is going to be competing is going to have a full stadium. It's going to have their fans behind them. And Jamaica not having that for our own games, going into World Cup qualifiers, that is going to be a huge, huge, huge disadvantage. And they are aware of that. So even if he does not believe Ravel should be here and there's fan pressure, petitions being signed, persons saying that they're going to boycott the game because of stupid selections in their eyes. If all of these things are causing a huge divide within the fan base and the coach, a fan base that he is going to need in the future, I think it might be a tactical way to look at it in terms of Steve McClaren giving the fans what they want or showing the fans that, hey, all right, this is a friendly competition. Why not add Ravel Morrison, right? I can keep the fans happy. Plus, I can see if he is at the level to be selected into future squads, which is what we initially wanted in the first place. No one is saying that Ravel has a divine right to be starting or to be selected in every squad. What we are saying is, let us get a look at him, right? Because we know what he can do if he is at his best. And in the league that he's playing at right now in Dubai, he is at his best. He's scoring, he's assisting, dribbling, successful rates. Everything is just working out for Ravel in Dubai, right? And this is coming from the same coach that when asked about Tariq Magee back then, as to why Tariq Magee was selected, he said that the league or where the player is playing does not matter. It's if that player can impact the team. So him not selecting Ravel after saying that was bringing up a whole lot of inconsistencies and hypocrisy, right, in his selection. So I think this is a very good way. You can look at it two different ways. As MG said, there's a way where you could say that Steve McClaren is weak because he went on his word and he was easily influenced, right? But there's also another way to look at it, which is the way that I am going to choose to look at it, which is he's finally come to his senses, right? And he's actually staying true to his initial word that the league that a player plays in does not matter. And again, this is not my opinion. This is what he said last year when asked about why certain players were in the squad, right? He said that the league a player plays in does not matter as long as they have attributes and qualities that can improve this team. And he said that they are going to be looking far and wide, not only in Europe. That came from Steve McClaren's mouth. So if we are to look back to his original statement, Ravel being selected is not that big of a surprise. And it is something that should happen. He's playing well in his league. He's performing. He's carrying his team. His team form drops when he's not playing and significantly rises when he is playing. He's scoring bangers. He's scoring free kicks. He's playing with freedom and with fun. And this is the Ravel that we want to see. And we hope that he can translate that form into the national team, have that same influence, and give our midfield that creativity that it lacks so much ever since he stepped out of the squad 2 to 3 years ago. So that is my thought about Ravel Morrison getting included into the national team. I think it is the right decision. I think it's a decision that he should have made from the get-go. And the fact that he did not make that decision from the get-go, got pressure from the fans, and then eventually made that decision makes him look weak. But I'm going to give him a pass because, as I said, I believe wholeheartedly that he should have been here in the first place. So whatever means got him here, I don't care as long as he is here. Now, I just want to finish off this video by talking about Michail Antonio, who was added as well. Well, he didn't say that he was added, but he said that he is back. The Jamaica Football Federation posted on their Instagram showing that Michail Antonio was back in training, and the pictures looked very recent. There were pictures of Mason Holgate, pictures of Ravel Morrison as well, which definitely does prove that Michail Antonio is back and he is in training. He was running up and down and in actual physical training. The fact that Ravel Morrison was in the same training pics as Michail Antonio could mean that he actually is it's a recent video, because that is what was going around, that maybe it's not a recent video, but Ravel and Michail Antonio has never been in the same team while Mason Holgate was in the team. So seeing them in one picture together or in one post together, Ravel Morrison, Mason Holgate, and Michail Antonio alone is proof that Michail Antonio is with the team in England and he is training. Will he play? We're not sure because we don't know about his fitness. We don't know where he is at right now in his recovery. But it is a very good sign that Ravel Morrison, Michail Antonio, and Mason Holgate was pictured in that video that the Jamaica Football Federation posted. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the thoughts that I have constructed and shared with you guys in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz podcast.